Good morning, Flosstube. It's Amy Clarissa from Allegro Stitches. I have a lot to show you. It is Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021. A lot has been happening. In addition to getting barley planted and a greenhouse put up at my sister's house and all the other things, I have gotten quite a bit of stitching done, quite impressed with myself, and I have a lot to show you today as a result. So I'm just going to go chronologically because otherwise I'm going to get way too confused with all the finishes and the starts and all of the things. Are you ready? Here is last Wednesday's project. The cute pouch that is sold out, sorry. It was the black cat fob. You can see the black cat's head right here. This is from a magazine. It's by Doreen Jones. I can find it if you need it. Michelle Bendy gave a copy away on her Flosstube once upon a time. Trying to think if I've seen it anywhere else, but I can find it if you need it, I'm sure. This is what I got done last Wednesday night. I know, I was so impressed. So I got one strand of cryonic here for his little collar and then all of his body. So I just need his head and then the border. And look at that, I've got a needle in the fabric. I never do that. Oh well. That's where I got to on the black cat fob. Maybe it has a more technical name. I'm not really sure. I just call it the black cat fob. That's what it's called in all of my notes. So that was Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I picked up this pretty pouch. I think I have one of these left, maybe. And this had a light to medium purple fabric with it last week, with a little bit of blue spots. It was one of my first dye attempts. And I went to start it on Thursday, and I could not find a place to put it where it would not be interfering with those dye spots. And so at the last minute, I changed the fabric, and this is what I've got. So this is Ink Circles Valentina, right here. Nice geometric, I love these. And I got a corner done. I actually stitched on it this way. Not that it matters, right? You can go anyway. This is the same floss, 819, and this was dyed with wine. This is an 18 count Aida from Walmart, probably. That's where I can find Aida and not have it be like loops and threads or Joann's brand. And I can find Monaco usually at either or both. I just don't go to Michael's very often, but Joann's usually has it in store, but they never have it online. So I actually have to go to the store, which means I don't have many opportunities to buy it because I don't leave the house very often. So that was Thursday. Probably just Thursday evening. Friday, summer posy. I ended up at Mom's house helping her with a project that she didn't end up needing much help on. I was just kind of there for, I don't know, moral support and to hang out. So I ended up getting a lot more progress on summer posy, the Jeanette Douglas little kit, than I had anticipated. And I got done, I know, these are silks that came with it. Oh, they are so nice. And then I forgot to bring a needle minder to Mom's house, so she gave me one that she had made. It works great. It's so cute. So that's where the needle minder is from. That last one was from Clarissa Charms, the Hello Kitty. I think she sold out of it, but you can go check. Aren't they pretty? This floss for these two flowers is the same strand of thread. Same with this one and over here. They're kind of like that rainbow iridescent that you get on scissors sometimes. It's one floss. It was called Victorian Garden, I think. It's just so pretty. It doesn't knot, it doesn't tangle. It's lovely, but I don't have any problem with DMC either, so I probably won't invest in silks, but they are really nice to use. This is what I have them on, my little keeper from Keepsakes. I just like to pet them. They're so soft. And I love that there's purple and yellow and blue. I wish there were a little bit of pink, but I'm not complaining. The green is only in like foliage and it has purple. So if you remember, I like purple, and you will see more purple as we go on. So not in this project. This was Saturday's, and it's in one of my newest pouches. I couldn't help keep one of these. This is Cinderella, and it's just such a classic. She was never my favorite princess or anything, but I don't even have a scissor pull on it yet. Scissor pull. Zipper pull on it yet. But I just thought she was so pretty. And I couldn't find a blue to match, but I found this pink that's perfect. So I made some and put them in the shop and kept one for myself. Saturday, I ended up doing 2 different Zooms. I was on with Betty from Created to Create PH. That was super fun. There were just a small group, so just a few of us, and then my tablet died, and I abruptly left. I felt so bad. But I got to make dinner, early dinner for my son, because you know how kids are, and they always want to eat when it's not really a mealtime. So I made him food and got the device turned on, messaged her and said, I'm so sorry. And then when I was all done with that stuff, it was going on 5. And I was like, well, let's see what else is going on. So I jumped on with the Black Needle Society on Facebook and hung out with them for a couple of hours until it was time to have dinner with my husband because he was home from work. So that was really fun. But since I had so much stitchy time on Saturday, I got this entire block done. This is well rounded. I forgot to show you. From Hands On Design, the Perennial Pinwheels. Here it is. It's a giant one. Why can't I find it? It looks completely different. But I didn't consult the chart. I just was like, oh, let's start with this one. It's geometric. I love it. It's probably the smallest. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the biggest. But I picked the smallest piece of fabric because I had these pre-cut. I picked the smallest piece of fabric, and then I proceeded to stitch the largest design on it. And I didn't realize till I was on a Zoom showing the ladies what I was working on, and I went, oh, well, let's hope it fits. I think it's going to be fine. So I used approximate colors on this, abbreviated colors. I had them all in last week's video. The gray is, let's see if I can do this from memory, 413. Green is 581. White is Blanc. The pink and the blue I would have to look up, but it's all on my card. Would not be hard to find. And I used the same color palette for all of these. This is a 32 count, used to be white, even Lugana, that I got from Cross Stitching Supplies, and she's always linked because I like to grab fabric from her and then dye it whenever I need whatever color. I continued with the series on Sunday. Actually, I put in most of this green on Saturday while I was still Zooming and finished this up Sunday. Summer Blooms. The only thing I changed here was both the word summer and blooms were supposed to be gray, and I made summer gray, and then I went, that's a lot of gray, so I think I'm going to change it. And I put blooms in the pink, and then these little tiny stitches over here, which were supposed to be in the pink, I made them brown. So I guess technically that's a change too, but that way it has more color on it because there's so much sun and so much green outside, and it's beautiful. I don't want that much gray in my summer pieces. So then Sunday night, I had a graduation party and came home, and I finished the one I just showed you. So I went ahead and started on the sampler. See this big piece of fabric? Yeah, I think this is the smallest design. Oh well. And I started with just like the branch and I think maybe part of the bird or something, and that was all I did Sunday night. So I picked this up Monday and put in this part over here, and then yesterday I finished all this and got it done. I did change a couple of things here. What did I change? I think there was supposed to be gray in this bottom starry design. I put feet on both birds instead of just the top bird. I don't know if I changed anything else. That may have been it. I think maybe. So they turned out really, really sweet. Look at how big that piece of fabric is too. And then on my smallest piece of fabric, oh well. I don't know if I can show all these at once. They're a really nice set though. Now I need to get hoops so I can frame them. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. So, you know, their time is over. All right, and that was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But part of the reason it took 2 days for that last one is because I had this brilliant idea on Monday morning as I was listening to the Calculated Stitcher do her journal tutorial. I don't know why this suddenly like sparked, but it did. Something in my brain was like, I should make an ATC. I've never done one of those. And she wasn't even working on fabric postcards or anything like that. It was it wasn't even fabric. It was paper. A paper tutorial, like in a book. And she was ripping paper. And it suddenly was like, I need to make an ATC with cross stitch. I don't know where that came from, but I did. I was like, it should be the totally lovable design that I bought from Lindy Stitches when she released it as a pattern. I tried to win that chart and like find it because it was this free design. Finally bought it. And no, I don't have the mouse one because she only sent me the one I bought. So I made this cute little guy. It's called Totally Lovable. Isn't he adorable? I've loved him forever. And I made him into a little ATC. He's so cute. I just went with a light blue back. I've ordered stamps because I've decided I'm going to do these as a 100-day challenge. I know. I do have a new Instagram. I will try to remember to link that. It is amy_Clarissa_Allegro Stitches. Why do I have an underscore and everything? Well, it's because I don't think I've ever told anyone this. But back when emails were like big and everyone was exchanging emails and it was a big deal to have an email. I remember I got an email and my best friend at the time set it up for me. Amy Clarissa. How original. My name. And, you know, with the ending that comes with your email account. I was not super happy at her. Everyone else had these really cool emails, and I had Amy Clarissa. Now I'm really thankful for that email. I get it. I love it. It's fine. But everyone else had like cool MySpace pages and fun names for all their accounts and their profiles, and everything had an underscore in it. Except me. I never had an underscore. I never had a MySpace. I never had any of that cool stuff. So when I signed up for an Instagram page, my brother helped me with it. I had no clue what I was doing. It's probably 3, 4, I don't know. I had seen had somehow an email or something from Sew Sweetness, a bag maker, and I was starting to get back into sewing, and I was doing bags at the time. And I had seen a like competition flyer ad somewhere, and you had to post to Instagram your bags. Finished makes. I didn't know how to do that. So my brother helped me set it up, and when I went for my name, I put an underscore in there because I never had one, and I always wanted one. So it is Allegro_Stitches for my business page, and then my personal page is amy_Clarissa_Allegro Stitches. That's why I have an underscore now. I'm using it because I can. Back to the ATCs. So if you want to see 100 days of ATCs, you can follow amy_Clarissa_Allegro Stitches. So this is the Totally Lovable chart from Lindy Stitches. Oh, I did change stuff on that. Told you we're going to be seeing a lot of purple. So I used 211 light purple. It's like my favorite light purple for the balloon. 581 for the turtle. 435 and 844 on the hat. And 3761 on the shell. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there are beads on this guy. You can probably see them. I used, I think, just a black Mill Hill bead. I'm not really sure. It said 02014 on the package, but it looked like a little black bead, so I just pulled it and used it. And then all the beautiful pink beads are 00553. Yeah, these ones. I keep them in these little containers, and then when it's time to use them, I just pour them onto my bead spot. Can't believe I almost forgot this. So they stick on there, and I've got my flat, my little signature purple stitch chart. It goes on the back, and I had the card almost made at this point, so I just clipped it right to the card. I had everything but the actual paper on the back, and just beaded him right up. It was really, really fast. And then I put a little 3D bow, because making his, you know, right here, like package part with the bow at the top, didn't really work since I had used beads. So I just put it at the top, and I think he's super, super cute. ATC cards, should probably back up a little more, huh? Are 2.5 by 3.5 trading cards. Artist trading card. It's ATC, which I'm just assuming you know. I feel like I missed out on a lot of this stuff. The tin toppers, ATCs, even fabric postcards. They were so big when I was in college, and I had no time for such things, nor did I even know they existed. So, reliving my days as an adult. So then yesterday, I didn't get around to making my daily card until evening, dinner time, because we'd been outside for so much of the day. And so I did something super quick, super easy, super cute. I used just like long, what would you call them? Long stitches? They're not really backstitch. I just kind of made some flower stems. And then I put on little 1/4-inch buttons that I'd gotten in that pack off Amazon that I've used before. And this was all the white, super like wavy rickrack that I had. And if you pull the bow up, which is stitched down so you can't see, but there was a little tiny gap like this where I didn't quite have enough rickrack. And so that was a perfect place for the bow. I knew when I kind of tested it that it wasn't quite going to be enough. So I just started it here and like clipped it along as I went and made sure it was going to end where I wanted it to, because I was going to have the bow there. So then I just sewed it on, and ta-da! Purple bow, because a little bit of purple on all my cards. This one doesn't have a back yet because I have ordered stamps to stamp my backs, and I already know after doing fabric postcards, it's easier to stamp the back if it's not already on something, especially when you have embellishment on the front and it makes it not flat. So I will add the back to this as soon as my stamps come in, and I stamp it back. If you guys want to know how to make these, just let me know. They are super quick and fun and easy. This is what I've stitched up for today. And I found this in one of my online magazines. It was Cross Stitch Crazy, September 2018. It was part of a larger chart, which I would show you, but it's on the tablet. You're on the tablet. The larger chart was actually a set of coffee cup sleeves that Emma Congdon designed, and it was something about life is beautiful or something like that, and there were 2 of these flowers. So I just changed it from pink to purple, stitched up the flower, and then kind of made my own stem leaf thing. And it will be part of an ATC. I'm going to try a background this time instead of just using like as a whole cloth. See, it's a little bit smaller. But this was just hanging off the side of my cut of 16 count lamb's wool. So I cut it off, stitched on it, and yeah, it's gonna be super sweet. I'll show you how I finish that next week. Right? Doing pretty good on this weekly thing. So next week, I'll show you how I finished that. And I used the 209 range for that too. 209, 210, 208 for the back stitching. I've used 581 on all of these as the green, and then 25 was this lighter purpley white color there. Should be super fun. Planning on going to Joann's this weekend and getting some tulle and a couple other embellishment type things that I can use with these. So far, this is just from Stash. I have no clue what color this was. I didn't mean to forget to tell you. I don't know. It was from Keepsakes, I think, when I picked up remnants or scraps or ornament cuts or whatever they call them. They're little pieces. It's like a 5-inch strip. So I cut off 2.5 twice is 5 inches. So it was like that. And I just cut like 4 inches or so off and removed the selvage, and there we go. So I don't know what color that is. But that's all I have for stitching. like actual stitch stuff. I have also been busy outside, like I've already mentioned, and I've been busy doing stuff for my shop. So this bead needle minder, there are some just like it in the shop. They all come with their own back. The heart, I've got some that are plain, like black, so you can see whatever color bead you want. Mine is black, probably. Some of them are a little bit fancier. I only have one of this, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. The one I was using that I have copies of, it's got glitter. It's got little bits of white, aqua, a light aqua. Like, they're all in there. It's all shimmery, but they don't interfere with the beads at all. These are all sticky. You can't hear that probably. I've got some that are stamped, like that. These are all in the shop, ready to go. So getting these photographed and finalized was a whole thing. Takes a lot of time to do Etsy photos, as anyone who's on Etsy knows. This one is so hard to photograph. It looks fabulous in real life. I don't think. It's one of the spiderweb ones, and it's on this beautiful magenta base. Sister's helping me out with all the designs because they're so fiddly. Not all of them turn out great. This one looks like it has little bitty cherries on it. That's really sweet. So the ones that haven't quite turned out right, see how off-center that one is? And it's got a little dip in the middle. Great image. Really hard to show because of that dip in the middle. These are as seconds. Got all sorts of stuff. Got some little leopard print. That one's super cute. I almost kept that one. Isn't that cool? That one's almost perfect. Almost. We had a lot of fun with the Halloween ones. I also really like this one. There's one with a rainbow. Yeah. A spider web. I don't know how many you guys want to see. I'm just having fun finally showing them without like having to take pictures. This one's kind of hard to see. You see the little tree in there? Maybe, maybe not. Sort of. They work so great. So great. So, yeah, a whole assortment of them. Cat in a cup. Lots. That one's like the same color as my sweater. It is cool here in the mornings. It's 60s in the day, but at night it's like 40. So, you gotta be kidding me. No, I really like that one. Not quite perfect, but it's still cute. There's another cute cat one. This one's really simple. It's just got a little cat at the bottom. This one had a little bit of trouble with the seal. It's got some bubbles in it, so it's in the seconds as well. Anyway, lots of those. And I put lots of new kitted up pouches in. Gnomes. Coffees. You saw these in progress, I think, a couple weeks ago. This one, man, again, it's hard to photograph. The inside, it's like a metallic. It's not like a glitter. It's a metallic. It's really cool, but it's so hard to photograph. So there should be multiples. All of these in the shop. They're all quilted. That one is glitter. I think that's the only glitter. I already told you about this one. I did put some in the shop. I didn't keep up. I don't keep much of what I make, but I have to keep some. Just so cool. Cats. Breast cancer. And then I just thought this was a really cool fabric. Lila and Stitch. So those are all in the shop. Plus I got a little bit. Okay, face it. Ever since I mentioned that I'm not a big shopping channel, I found some good deals. So I found a seller on Stash and Loading Cross Stitch Only that was selling a whole bunch of sweetheart tree for Daddy. So we've got Nantucket Rose, Dragonfly Dreams, I think that one is. Discord New Fob, Spring Blossom Fob, whatever. It is really hard to read backwards, especially when it's dark. Colonial Rose's Pin Keep. And then I didn't even know these existed, and she had several of them. I ended up getting duplicates of October and November, but these like Bursto needle, they're going to be needle rolls for me. I think that'll work. If not, please help me. Because I have great plans for these. I have July, August, nothing in the first half of the year, October, November, and December. Not great. And they come with the charms, beads, embellishment packs. Then on eBay, I found 2 new needle rolls. One is a kit, and I paid like $4 for the entire kit with shipping. Noel. Yeah, I know this will work as a needle roll because it came as a kit for a needle roll. And then this one I think was $4.50 or $5, and it's not a kit. It's the Rose Mosaic needle roll. How much do you see on the back? These are both by M Designs. 91 by 69. How big are the Sweetheart Tree? 38 by 101. They might be really skinny needle rolls. Maybe I'll just adjust them and only do like the bottom 2/3 or something. And then also on Stash Unloading, I've been looking for this. I just think it's so pretty. Serenity Prayer. And it unfolds into one giant color chart. So that's going to be fun. But it's got bunnies and birds and flowers. Ah, it's just so pretty. I don't know if I will change the back stitch to be not quite so pronounced. We will see. I look back at things I did when I first started and think, oh, I could have done fractionals there. I could have, you know, changed things. But you can't do what you don't know. So we will see how advanced I am when I decide to start that, and finish it. But no promises on changing any of it. Let's face it, I mean, I will change some of it. And that's it. That's what has been keeping me busy for the last week. A lot more stitching than I had planned. And a lot of stuff to go in the shop. So pretty happy with my progress. It's almost 10 o'clock now, so I should probably do a little school with the little guy. He doesn't know that you're not supposed to do it in summer. And we just really got into school April? End of March. It was end of March because that's when he decided he really did want to take harp. So he's been taking harp since March 27th, and we started school about the same time. He doesn't know you're supposed to take off in the summer, so we're just continuing through the summer. And when we get to Christmas break, we'll have a nice Christmas break, and he will start learning about breaks. So for this week, that is all. I will be back next Wednesday with another update. Till then, take care. I'll see you soon.